Emily, we got week 7 here, New England Patriots. Welcome to the channel. If you're watching for the first time, if you're back, you already kind of got a feel for what's been going on lately. So we are on the quest once again. Once we complete this game, we're seeing if we can't bring in Orlando Brown Sr. We only got one more week to try it. I'm hoping we can get enough experience to go ahead and give us that trade increase boost. But let's go ahead and get into things here momentarily. Let me do my quick little setup that I need to do, and we'll get things cracking. All right, we are good to go. Now, with that said, we have a breakout player for this week. And we've actually had quite a few of these for back-to-back weeks now, which is kind of cool. Um, could be a little bit misleading though. This time we have Williams. I'm assuming they're meaning Leonard. Yep. So Leonard Williams and a touchdown, rushing touchdown, or he needs to get a combination totaling 2 of either intercept. Think that can definitely be accomplished if everything comes together. We're playing the GOAT, so shouldn't be surprised there at all. All right, we got some contracts that we said we're going to take a look at next week, since that'll take us to about the halfway mark. Give us a solid chance to kind of see what the full season stats may look like at that point. Now, defensively, today we're going to check out a bit of the secondary. Not too many number 1 ranked talents. That could be a problem for us down the road, for sure. Not a whole lot of 2s either. But maybe that means that we'll find great value later on, so I'm not going to stress over it. Oh, and actually, we can see Charlie Olsen has actually dropped down the quarterback ranking, so we might need to take a look at some of the draft scenarios and what's been going on with that as well. Okay, let's do it like this. Gotta maximize those scouting points, y'all. And then again, actually, next week we'll be putting the big board together as well. So that'll be a little bit of fun. Kind of get a little peek behind the curtains of how I like to set things up. Okay, upgrades. Jamison Crowder, excellent. Oh, Madden can be so finicky sometimes. Okay, either way, Christopher, let's get you some possession traits. Okay, Crowder, we're going to pour it into route running for you, of course. Ooh, +3 there. That's nice. Okay, we have our trade offers. Let's wait till the end of the game. We'll see what we want to do there. Scout draft stories. Let's see what we are missing out on, because that's a pretty significant drop for a top 5 ranked quarterback to go 3. So growing up on the gridiron, football's been passed down through the family. That was for Landon Spencer. Okay. So Charlie Olsen's had a up and down season. That's why we've seen a drop for him. Interesting. Okay. Yo, MPG, my boy. What's going on, my man? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just been working like crazy. Little man staying up forever in the day. Um let's see, top running backs, Marquand McClendon on the opposing sideline. Paris Ballard found another gear to lead. Okay, so battle of the top ranked running backs. This is why I actually like to take a look at stuff like the scouting and stuff so early on too. Because if you noticed, we had that huge drop there, which means maybe some other people went up a little bit. We seen the Landon Spencer story. Said he's pretty much been brought up as a football talent. So especially as him already being a scheme fit, that might be something for us to look into, which should make things really fun if we do decide to go through with creating our own playbook during the off season after we've acquired all the talent, so we can kind of see how we want to cater things. I don't think I'd change the playbook every season. Um, Maybe it might be as simple as adding a few plays here and there, but no real changes and nothing on the offensive line. So maybe later in the season we can see something. Hopefully somebody rises during the off season. Otherwise, hold on, let's go back real quick. I think the right guard is still the go-to position in the draft if we had to pin down a target. Yeah, I kind of really like Braxton Reeves, and he has the size where we can kind of bounce him to tackle or something like that as well. So something to keep an eye on. All right, we've seen the depth chart for the Patriots already, so there's nothing really left to it but to go ahead and dive into the game, and then we'll see what we want to do with our final offers here as we get ready to lock in all of our draft capital, at least until the off season. So let's dive into it. As mentioned before, I actually didn't mind seeing the commentary in the game. It also lets me kind of do some things off to the side, so that might be the way to go, at least a little bit moving forward. Kind of undecided on that one way or the other. And then Sam Darnold. Poor Darnold. You can see just barely cracked the 1,000-yard mark. Brandon Carr, still feel like it was a good swap for him. With us not keeping Tremaine Johnson.
Hey
But he
it's the coach,
was
and
not
this
as
is Monday
effective as I
Night
thought he was
Football
actually going to
on
be.
E. Okay, coach.
I guess we can say that for everyone. Hold on, because I'm just curious. I feel like I thought the settings wouldn't be locked in if I did them from here. Oh, they definitely did. Okay. All right, well, you guys let me know. I can always definitely go back to commentating the full game. Otherwise, I guess we will see how things pan out here. I haven't been able to keep up with the stats and everything as much though, so I kind of like some of the call-outs that they have in the game. But let's go Jets. See if we can't pick up another unexpected win on our behalf after the way we came back for against the Cowboys last game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills, but remember they lost. And right away he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And New York set to take the field. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Mike 57.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 72.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demarius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you worry more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback, Sam Darnold, out of USC. At the start of last season, Darnold became the youngest quarterback in the Super Bowl era to start the first week of a season. But we definitely saw some inexperience, particularly at the start. He even threw a pick-6 on his first NFL throw, if you remember. But as the year developed, he developed, starting to put up some respectable numbers. And with some marquee players now to complement his skills out wide, a lot of people are looking for a trend upwards for Sam Darnold this year. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Anunwa, the intended target.
Let's go.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now Bell. And shutting him off, now open field. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Brady, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Round 83. Round 83. Hey, me and you all day. Okay, ball 66.
Brady now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact. That wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
53, Mike 53.
It's caught. It's Edelman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wait, 20. 57's the mic. Here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The starters defensively now for the Patriots. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
4 down.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Gotta do better.
From the 22, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that's complete. It's Watson.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Caught by the tight end, Watson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 67 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
After the penalty, it's Bell. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. It's caught. This is White. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
New York set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Run!
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
3rd and 2, Darnold, and he's got a noon one. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 57. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him
On
breathe.
1st down, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's it. Big hit.
A first carry for Elijah Mcguire. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end. They have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Week 7 in the NFL wrapping up tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 8. Already the halfway point of the season. My goodness. But we started out with a good one. In the NFC, Washington taking on Minnesota from U.S. Bank Stadium. Kickoff scheduled for 8:20 Eastern, 7:20 local there in the Twin Cities. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it with Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Crowder. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now look at Quincy Enunwa and the rest of the offense heading back out. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He's going to rifle one deep left into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
Alabama, 380.
First down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right,
Well,
tight
he
right.
challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. And
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
you're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold now to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Darnold now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Completes it to Mcguire out of the backfield.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The Jets on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. It's Williams on the catch. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
following the field goal on his Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide. They want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yes. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check three. Alpha.
On the counter, here's Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tight right.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a draw play. This is Bell.
Right.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, no gain on this defense, no gain. Go Bandit.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Last stop.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
He's coming. Double up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal.
Watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Brady. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
That's
answer.
cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Second down and 10, Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to Bennett. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you. I got you, son.
On first and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Darnold to throw again. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
Lay down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will be from 56 yards out. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Offense.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now. Brady going to throw. Then he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before half for Brady. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Keenan Allen leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Emmanuel Sanders, a touchdown catch in the victory. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the edge.
Darnold goes draw play to Mcguire. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Single.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Edelman set to return. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They run the counter. It's Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got it.
Here's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Four down.
This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 9 times.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I'm here all day.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Wait, that wide 80. 53, Mike. Hey, Alabama.
On play action, now Brady looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New York set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They go again with Cannon.
Right. Get it.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Here's Darnold.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down. From the 40 now on second down. Brady, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Bring it. Check it. Reload.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here we go. D,
Brady
get
now,
off the
5
field.
straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Here's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
That's it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, check it.
Brady gives this to White, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Oh, yeah. Regular.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
For the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Keep playing hard.
And the Jets set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got his man. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run on 2nd down with Mcguire. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
50, Mike, 50. Yeah. Tight end right. 4 down. Alert.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Mcguire. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Darnold now to throw. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Wait, that's 380. 57. Squeeze, double. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping.
1st down, here's White. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. It's Ozzy.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Thomas, the 9-year vet. Of course, all those great seasons with Denver. 5 straight 1,000-yard campaigns in Denver. Dealt to Houston at the trade deadline last year and now trying to work his way back off an Achilles tear. And if healthy, he can certainly be a big asset for Tom Brady. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run? Options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. To throw, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. On 1st down, it's Darnold.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Cannon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The Jets on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down now, it's Moore. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the screen, this is Cannon. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Back to throw. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Yes, baby. Boom.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on fourth. Darnold, he's going to let it fly. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds.
Let's go.
And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So the Patriots coming out now. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
The ball carried by the wide
Come on, fellas.
receiver.
Wait, set 3, line 20. Check 53. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 53, stand down.
Back to throw, Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On second down, Michel looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
All day, baby.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
57 to life.
Now it's Darnold.
You know right now, you better
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
All right, what a game! What a game! Um, Overall, I can't really say I'm totally surprised. Um, oh no, please tell me I don't think we got the, yeah, we only got 100 experience. We did not get the upgrade we needed. Ah, well, we do get a few upgrades here. So Quentin Williams, that allows us to go ahead and pour some more into power rushing for him. Ooh, and he actually gets a lot of upgrades. Um, an ability slot, okay. Power moves, awareness, acceleration, tackle. Cool, cool. And then Marcus May, go ahead and get him that hybrid trait. +2 man coverage, +1 coverage, a zone coverage. Perfect. All right, so breakout player. I don't think he was able to did it. Oh, he might have been. Oh, he was able to get it. Okay, so superstar ability. Okay, superstar development trait. We also got 8K for all of our defensive linemen. X Factor, we know we lost that. Okay, so new ability slot unlocked. We know he has the under pressure trait now. Okay, and then okay, check out the box score real quick. So stats wise, Darnold having a very, very tough game. 183 and 3 picks. Brady fared well yardage wise, but wasn't his best game against us. Rushing department, nothing really there. A couple players that didn't really come back after early injuries in the game. Not a strong game necessarily by anyone there either. Chad Williams, a little bit more effective in bringing some more balls in, but he's not moving the needle for us either way. So running backs and Chris Herndon still pretty much leading the way reception wise for us. Sacks, nothing there. So that's dope. Mosley, May, and Adams leading the way in the tackle department. In the backfield, Marcus May, Harvey Lange. So that's nice to see. His first game has been pretty solid in a starting role, essentially. Quite a few different players that were able to kind of get behind the line of scrimmage today. Only one sack, Steve McClendon. And then Perry Nickerson does grab, I believe, his first interception there of the season. So good job on our behalf. At the very least, I know that our situation does improve pick wise. So we're probably moving from, pick number 5 to maybe number 4 or 3. Maybe that'll help out a bit. Couple threes, 4 and a 6, a 4 and a 5. Let's take a look at our wide receiver core real quick. We know Chad Williams has basically been ineffective, so is Quincy Enunwa. Jamison Crowder hasn't really necessarily stood out either way, but you can definitely tell that he tries to make the most of his playmaking ability when he does get the ball. I mean, I guess we can sacrifice him. We know how the season's going, and Deontay Burnett had a little bit of success. So let's capitalize on. I feel like this 4, 5, and 7 is probably the most realistic. What am I getting at 3 this year though? Let's get a 3. Send him to Kansas, I guess. Linebacker core we can't really afford. Let's see secondary real quick. We know he's injured anyways. Yeah, I guess we can sign a practice squad. Okay, we pick up a 5th and a 7th. And we are going to keep Jordan Jenkins. More so for depth purposes. Not like he's a can't miss prospect for us. Far from untouchable. Let's go ahead and head over to our practice squad real quick. So we need another receiver, which I guess in this case we can roll with Tate there. He can try to split time with Deontay Burnett. All right, and then cornerback, we only have one option, so let's just go ahead and elevate you. All right, let's go forward a week, and then we will take a look at our weekly opportunity to try to secure Orlando Brown. I think I'm going to try to press heavy in the off season as well. Turning from injury. Okay. only got Doug Middleton left. Is oh, meant to cycle through teams. Let's see where the Ravens are at. Still no injuries. That is crazy how healthy they've been. I've had a few seasons like that before though, but very very unique. Okay, Ravens, is this the moment that I have been waiting on? I think that, man, that trade option would have took us right over the top. Let's see real quick actually. My coach. Oh, oh, we can get it. I must have got something I wasn't paying attention to. Okay, very exciting news. Okay. Ravens, we want Orlando Brown. I wonder how much drastic of a difference is that little trade option there. So let's just do like Mosley and Williams again. And Williams should probably even be much more he should be much more highly sought after now that he has that upgrade. So I'm actually a little bit hesitant to want to put him on there, but okay, definitely had more success with him there. All right, let's see what a 2 does real quick. Oh, that's close. Yeah, we might okay, so let's offer the 1. See, okay, something's been weird. How am I at pick 12 now? I was at pick 5 before. I'm almost positive. All right, let's see if we can get like a 6th kickback, I guess. Okay, let's take the 6th out. Oh, no, we still can't get it. Oh my God. Who has a higher pick? Okay, hold on, because I think we might be able to pull something off here. Okay, Texans got 8. Vikings have 6. What do they want? Left tackle, right tackle, DT, free safety. I really like May. How do they feel about him? Wow, that is much higher than expected. Okay, so let's do May and like a. Will the 5th get it done? Okay, it's gonna take a 4th. This is how you will and deal. Okay, let's say if we can get a 1st from them. And I didn't even have to swap picks. Who do you guys have real quick? E. Okay, nobody of notable importance I care about. Okay, can we get a late rounder back? Say your 5th. No. Okay. Okay, so Marcus May to the Vikings. We pick up a 1st rounder. Okay, and this way we actually still keep a 1st round if this works out the way I'm expecting it to. Oh, it might work with Williams. Oh my God. The Ravens are ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Okay, so let's try this again then. So maybe we need to get us a. Okay, so Raiders. We'll swap sixth with you. I can't really afford to give up anybody else, so let's say that, and then we'll see what it takes for them to actually do the switch. Okay, so maybe a higher 7. No. So let's try our 6th. Ah, boy. Okay, something significant. Let's dip into the stockpile. A 4th. Okay. A 3rd. What if we give you a 4th next year, and let's say a 7th? No. 4th and a 6th, maybe. Everybody's kind of playing hardball. Okay, we only have one 5th rounder, and that's not going to get it done. My worry is maybe we should try to go a little higher. So we know they have 4. Let's see. Okay, actually, Lions have number 1. Let's just see what it would take. Oh my God, and they would have needed a free safety too. Facepalm. Not even close. Okay. What about for a 3? Let's say a 2. One of our 3s this year. Okay. So a little bit more realistic. I think they're going to want one of the 2s. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Hold on. So I'm not sure which ones I tried to offer. Okay, so we'll bump the 2021 one up just a little bit. Still, they're gonna squeeze us for a first round. Excuse me. Okay, so let's give them our second first. See where that takes us. Okay, and then maybe we can get them to take like a 4th now, maybe. Fingers crossed. No. I can't believe this is even happening right now. I'm gonna be slightly upset we do all this, and we still can't necessarily get Brown. They might try to get me for that second rounder still. Oh my God, are you? Are they for real? Okay, but we need something kicked back then. I feel like 4th, probably too high. 5th, maybe. I can't believe they're going to try to maul us like this and not want to give us anything in return. I mean, they are giving us the number one top pick in the draft, but still. Okay, how about next year at least? Can you guys at least give us a next year? See what's the best value we might be able to get kicked back. Alright, so it's looking like either nothing or it's going to be a 6th or a 7th. Wow, they really don't want to give us anything. Okay, are we even getting this trade? We are. Okay, so we get the number one pick. The number one pick just for us to try to turn around and see if we can't get Brown from the Ravens. Alright, so for starters, let's just see where this lands us. Wow. They think extremely high of Orlando Brown. I don't blame them, but this is crazy. We st Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so all of the willing and dealing, and we ultimate. Okay. So let's just let's sign us a new free safety, I guess, real quick. Well, let's just bring Armani Watts in. Edit him to free safety real quick. And then let's recap our flurry of moves and see where we're currently at. Apparently, we're just not going to get him at the moment. So Orlando Brown and untouchable, apparently. Okay, so we'll need to play with the depth chart next draft. But let's take a look at transactions. I don't remember. Okay, so we send Marcus May to the Vikings. We give up a 4th rounder in Marcus May. They give us their number 6. We turn around, flip the number 6, our number 1 next year, and a number 2 this year in order to have the rights to the number 1 pick, at least as far as what we know. That could drastically change. We end up picking up Armani Watts to help fill the void that's now left at free safety. And Orlando Brown Sr. will continue to play out the season with the Ravens. Just the Jets' luck. I am very shocked though. We had the all signs really pointed to I thought that would be like the tip of the iceberg for us and just get us slightly over. I feel like we're a lot closer previously than what is now showing us. Cause what, CJ, I know that's not the best combination. Right? Okay, so that's pretty close. And then if you take Adams out, because Leonard Williams is a little bit of a better fit for them. Still nothing yet. That is so crazy. Okay, well, if the top pick in the draft as of now doesn't sway things, I don't know what else would. We haven't tried actually giving up 2 of the first round picks. Yeah, see, and that's just like not still not enough for them. They don't seem too interested whatsoever. Oh, everything's like super close though. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Okay, well, if nothing else, two top 10 picks for us. So let's take a look at the new treasure chest. We got a nice and shiny number one as of now. Our 12th, one in the second, three, four in the third, four for fifth, and then plenty of six and sevens. No more second, first next year, but that's fine, all things considered. With that said, thank you guys for tuning into that chaos. Looking forward to Wednesday's video. I'll probably definitely taking a break from the live stream tomorrow. But with that said, I'm definitely looking forward to playing out to the rest of the season now. We got a big board and stuff to go through. So with that said, peace.